Alright, so this is number 4 for le joueur d'échecs. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's very important. Subscribe and click on the little bell to make sure you get the notifications and you can see them on time. You don't have them all at once then. Alright, so let's go. Un soir d'hiver, tandis que les deux partenaires étaient plongés dans leur jeu, on entendit tinter de plus en plus près les clochettes d'un traîneau qui glissait à fond de train dans la rue. Un paysan, la casquette blanche de neige, entra précipitamment, demandant au prêtre s'il pouvait venir sur le champ administrer l'extrême onction à sa vieille mère qui se mourait. Le curé le suivit sans tarder. Le maréchal des logis, qui n'avait pas encore vidé son verre de bière, ralluma encore une dernière pipe et se mit en devoir de renfiler ses lourdes bottes pour s'en aller, lorsqu'il s'aperçut tout à coup que le regard de Mirko restait obstinément fixé sur l'échiquier et la partie commençait. « Eh bien, veux-tu la finir » dit-il en plaisantant, car il était persuadé que le jeune endormi ne saurait pas déplacer un seul pion correctement sur l'échiquier. Le garçon leva timidement la tête, fit signe que oui, et s'assit à la place du curé. En 14 coups, voilà le maréchal des logis battu et, en plus, obligé de reconnaître qu'il ne devait pas sa défaite à une négligence de sa part. La seconde partie tourna de même. « Mais c'est l'âne de Balaam !» s'écria l'ecclésiastique stupéfait lorsqu'il rentra. Et il expliqua au maréchal des logis, moins versé que lui dans les Écritures, comment, 2000 ans auparavant, semblable miracle s'était produit, une créature muette ayant soudain prononcé des paroles pleines de sagesse. Malgré leur avancée, le curé ne put réprimer son envie de se mesurer avec son protégé. Mirko le battit lui aussi aisément. Il avait un jeu lent, tenace, imperturbable, et ne relevait jamais son large front, penché sur l'échiquier. Mais la sûreté de sa tactique était indiscutable. Ni le maréchal des logis, ni le curé ne parvinrent, les jours suivants, à gagner une seule partie contre lui. Le prêtre, qui connaissait mieux que personne le retard de son pupille dans d'autres domaines, devint extrêmement curieux de savoir si ce don singulier se confirmerait face à des adversaires plus sérieux. Il conduisit Mirko chez le barbier du village, fit tailler sa tignasse couleur de paille pour le rendre plus présentable. Après quoi, il l'emmena en traîneau à la petite ville voisine. Il connaissait là quelques joueurs d'échecs enragés, plus forts que lui et toujours attablés dans un coin du café de la Grand Place. Quand le curé entra, poussant devant lui ce garçon de 15 ans aux cheveux blonds, aux joues rouges, les épaules couvertes, d'une peau de mouton retournée et chaussé de grosses bottes lourdes, les habitués ouvrirent de grands yeux. Le jeune gars resta planté là, le regard timidement baissé, jusqu'à ce qu'on l'appelât à l'une des tables d'échecs. Il perdit la première partie, n'ayant jamais vu son excellent protecteur pratiquer ce qu'on appelle l'ouverture sicilienne. La seconde fois, il faisait déjà partie nulle contre le meilleur joueur de la société. Et dès la troisième et la quatrième, il les battait tous l'un après l'autre. So it's a bit longer now. I hope it's gonna be okay with the translation. If you hear some weird noises, it's lightnings and thunder. I'm sorry, I can't do nothing about it. I can't do anything about it. So, un soir d'hiver, tandis que les deux partenaires étaient plongés dans leur jeu, an evening of winter, while the two partners were plongés, it's when you dive into something, so when they were focused on their game, on entendit tinter de plus en plus près les clochettes d'un traîneau qui glissait à fond de train dans la rue. We could hear tinkle closer and closer. The clochette, une cloche c'est a bell, so it's a tiny bell, d'un traîneau qui glissait à fond de train dans la rue. Un traîneau, a sledge, qui glissait, that was sliding, à fond de train dans la rue, very quickly in the street. Un paysan, la casquette blanche de neige, entra précipitamment, demandant au prêtre s'il pouvait venir sur le champ administrer l'extrême onction à sa vieille mère qui se mourait. A peasant wearing a cap full of snow, went in précipitamment, in a hurry, very fast also, demandant au prêtre, and he was asking the priest if he could come right away, sur le champ, right away, to administrate the last rites or the extreme unction. It's the prosody when there is a person dying, like Christian or religious prosodies, à sa vieille mère qui se mourait, sa vieille mère, the old mother who was dying. Le curé le suivit sans tarder. Le curé, prêtre, almost the same regarding religion, so the priest followed him sans tarder on the spot, like without delay. Le maréchal des logis, we had it in the previous paragraph, it's like the sergeant or something, qui n'avait pas encore vidé son verre de bière, who didn't empty his glass of beer yet, so he didn't finish his drink yet, ralluma encore une dernière pipe et se mit en devoir de renfiler ses lourdes bottes pour s'en aller. He light another pipe and he just like wore his heavy boots in order to go, lorsqu'il s'aperçut tout à coup que le regard de Mirko restait obstinément fixé sur l'échiquier et la partie commençait. When he realized, when he saw all of a sudden, tout à coup, that Mirko's look was still stubbornly, persistently fixé, like stuck on the échiquier, on the chessboard, and the game that had started before. All right. Eh bien, veux-tu la finir? Well, would you like to finish it? Dit-il en plaisantant. He said jokingly. Car il était persuadé que le jeune endormi ne saurait pas déplacer un seul pion correctement sur l'échiquier. Because he was convinced that the young, like sleepy guy wouldn't be able to move one correct pion, one piece, correctly on the chessboard. Le garçon leva timidement la tête, fit signe que oui, et s'assit à la place du curé. The boy put his head up timidly, and faire signe, it's like to wave or to make a sign. He nodded. He did like that. He nodded, and he made the sign of yes. So he nodded in English, et s'assit à la place du curé, and took the place of the priest. So he sat at where the priest was staying before. En 14 coups, voilà le maréchal des logis battu et en plus obligé de reconnaître qu'il ne devait pas sa défaite à une négligence de sa part. In 14 moves, like the moves when you play chess, le maréchal des logis was beaten, and on top of that, et en plus on top of that, he was obligated, he had to recognize the fact that his defeat was not just negligence of his. He actually lost. He lost like the proper way. La seconde partie tourna de même, and the second game was the same. Mais c'est l'âne de Balaam. Anne's donkey. So it's a legend, the donkey of Balaam. Balaam, I don't know if it's a city or if it's the owner, but the legend is like there is a donkey that is all of a sudden capable to speak some word, like to complain to his owner. Mais c'est l'âne de Balaam, s'écria l'ecclésiastique stupéfait lorsqu'il rentra. Ecclésiastique s'écria, shouted, the clergyman. It's someone working in the clergy, so we could say like a church guy, a church man if it exists. Stupéfait, stupefied, lorsqu'il rentra, when he went back. Et il expliqua au maréchal des logis, moins versé que lui dans les Écritures, and he explained to that guy, and that guy, he was less interested in les Écritures, in the writings, okay? He was less interested in like newspaper and stuff, I guess. Écriture is to write, the fact of writing, and with a capital E, it means it's the concept. When there is a capital letter in French, like religion or nature, with a capital, it's the general concept, like here, the fact of writing in general. Comment, 2000 ans auparavant, semblable miracle s'était produit? So they are talking about the writing because they make the connection with the legend. So he wasn't capable to know this story about l'âne de Balaam because he wasn't interested in les Écritures. So 2000 years before, auparavant, in the past, similar miracle took place. Une créature muette ayant soudain prononcé des paroles pleines de sagesse. A mute creature who suddenly pronounced words full of wisdom. Malgré leur avancée, le curé ne put réprimer son envie de se mesurer avec son jeune protégé, avec son protégé. Despite it was late, despite the late hour, the late time in French, the priest couldn't réprimer, like to reprimand the will, like he couldn't stop his will of, he wanted to measure himself, like to compete with the young protégé, with the protégé that he has, with the young guy. Mirko le battu lui aussi aisément. Mirko beat him too with ease, aisément. Je suis à l'aise, I'm comfortable, so I'm with ease, literally. Il avait un jeu lent, tenace, imperturbable et ne relevait jamais son large front, penché sur l'échiquier. He had a slow game, tenacious, imperturbable that you cannot disturb, et ne relevait jamais son large front penché sur l'échiquier, and he would never relever, like to put it back up, I guess, like this, relever son front, his forehead, that was leaning on the chessboard. So he was really like that, paying a lot of focus. That's what the author is trying to explain there. Mais la sûreté de sa tactique était indiscutable. But the safety, like the fact that it's very efficient of his tactic was indiscutable. You couldn't discuss it because it was so perfect. It was not subject to discussion. Ni le maréchal des logis, ni le curé ne parvinrent les jours suivants à gagner une seule partie contre lui. Neither this guy or the priest didn't manage in the next days to win a single game against him. They lost all games. Le prêtre, qui connaissait mieux que personne le retard de son pupille dans d'autres domaines, devint extrêmement curieux de savoir si ce don singulier se confirmerait face à des adversaires plus sérieux. The priest, who knew like not the mental deficiency, but like the guy was a bit slow. It was explained before in the previous paragraph, the one that we studied last time. It was explained that this guy was a bit slow. He needed time to grasp the different concepts and stuff. So he knew about this. In the other areas. So he devint extrêmement curieux. He started to become extremely curious, and he wanted to know if this gift, ce don, if it was like a singular gift, like special gift, if it would also be confirmed, if he would play against opponents, adversaires more serious, plus sérieux. Il conduisit Mirko chez le barbier du village, fit tailler sa tignasse couleur de paille pour le rendre plus présentable. He drove Mirko to the barber of the village, to the village barber, and he asked for his beard to get trimmed. Oh, not the beard, sorry. For the hair. They want to cut the hair. La tignasse, couleur de paille. La paille, c'est the straw. S-T-R-A-W, the straw like farmers use. And so he had blonde hair, and that's the image they are making. Pour le rendre plus présentable, to make him more presentable. So they want to play against serious players. It's a necessity for him to look presentable. Après quoi, il l'emmena en traîneau à la petite ville voisine. After what, he brought him with his sledge to the next tiny little town, neighbor. Il connaissait là quelques joueurs d'échecs enragés. There he knew a few chess players that were enraged. One second. Okay. That were enraged. Enraged like it's an image. They want to win. They are enraged like that. They don't have rage or something. Plus fort que lui, better than him, et toujours attablé dans un coin du café de la Grand Place. Better than him, and they would always be seated. It's interesting, in the word attablé, there is the word table, so they are seated at the table. Attablé, in the corner of a coffee, café, in the corner of a café, so the place of la Grand Place. Quand le curé entra, poussant devant lui ce jeune garçon de 15 ans aux cheveux blonds, aux joues rouges, les épaules couvertes d'une peau de manteau de mouton retournée et chaussée de grosses bottes lourdes, les habitués ouvrirent de grands yeux. When the priest entered and like pushing, he was showing it like that, going, I want you to play. Poussant devant lui, pushing in front of him, this 15 years old boy with blonde hair, with red cheeks, and the shoulders covered with a sheep skin. The thing you could see in the past, people would wear that occasionally. Et chaussé de grosses bottes lourdes and wearing heavy boots. Big heavy boots. Les habitués ouvrirent de grands yeux. Les habitués, the regular players, they opened big eyes. They had big eyes. They looked at him like, what the hell is he doing here? Le jeune gars, the young guy, the young dude, resta planté là. He remained there. Resta planté là. He stayed there. Resta planté là. Le regard timidement baissé jusqu'à ce qu'on l'appelât à l'une des tables d'échecs. Jusqu'à ce qu'on l'appelât, until someone would call him to one of the chess tables. Il perdit la première partie, n'ayant jamais vu son excellent protecteur pratiquer ce qu'on appelle l'ouverture sicilienne. He lost the first game because he never saw his excellent protector. He's the protégé, and he has a protector. Pratiquer, to use what we call the Sicilian opening. Sicilian opening, for the people not familiar with chess, it's when you start a game, the first few moves, it's always the same. There are different options, maybe, I don't know, 15 to 30 different like strong options, and maybe like 5 to 10 of them are really good. And the Sicilian opening, it's among them probably. Among those regular openings that you can do in order to start the game properly and make sure you don't face a disadvantage from the get-go. La seconde fois, il faisait déjà partie nulle contre le meilleur joueur de la société et dès la troisième et la quatrième, il les battait tous l'un après l'autre. The second time, he already had a tie against the best player of the society. Society meaning the chess society there, like the chess group. A tie, so it's no one wins. It's like it can happen in chess. And at the second and third and fourth game, troisième et quatrième, il les battait tous l'un après l'autre. He was beating them all, one after the other. So if I can give a tiny opinion about it, it's completely unrealistic because even if you are kind of genius, autistic kind of thing, I'm not an expert regarding that, and he looks like the profile that could be one. You don't beat all players like that right away when you cannot even practice by your side. So that's just my opinion about it. I'm not sure it's realistic or not. I like realistic books, but so far so good. The way it's written and everything, it's quite entertaining. It's good vocabulary. I would qualify it a good read anyways. So I hope you liked it, and I will see you in 2 or 3 or 4 days for the next part. And if you have any questions, any comment, any suggestion for me to improve the video or the way I speak or whatever you need, just write it down in the comments and I would appreciate that. See you and take care.